In today's video, I wanted to show you how to use Dollar Tree rope, but doing something a little different with fabric. We can take fabric, and I thought it would be fun to take white. Now, I could have taken a more contrasting color that would have stood out a little bit more, but I really like this white, the way it turns out at the end. I wanted to just show you this Dollar Tree rope. It's $1.25, I believe, still. And last time I was at my Dollar Tree, they had a whole bunch of it. And so this is a really frugal way to have some fun in the craft room too. The rope is works really well. It sews well. So I hope you'll come along with me and see how I put this together. Here I'm just going to take some white fabric and I'm going to get ready to cut this. I just want to show you this ruler real quick. It's a shorter one. It's only 12 inches. I really like it. It's just handy for projects like this. I'm going to cut these strips at 2.5 inches. I decided on this rope bowl, and I've never done this before, where I made a wider strip. So this will be fun. I'm going to make each strip 12 inches long to put on the bowl. I'm going to go ahead and just like that, lay the ruler right on there and just cut the length of the ruler. Just that's what I was saying about the 12 inch. It just makes it fast. Doesn't really matter. It's just as easy to measure it, but little tricks that I use sometimes. Sometimes it's handy just to bring my little ironing mat over. I'm going to take these strips, I'm going to fold them in half, iron them down just like this. And then once I get that done, get all 4 of them ironed like this, I'm going to take it and fold into that line on both sides. That's going to make the perfect strip for me where none of the fringe will show on this rope bowl. I am going to take this strip and sew on each side of this strip just to make sure it never comes undone. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use 1 or 2 packages, so for right now I'm just going to open one. I could always open the other one later. Here I am going to go ahead and sew just on each side of the strip. You don't have to worry about measuring or getting it perfect. Just as close to the edge as you can comfortably do it. I'm going to chain piece these to make it faster. There, that is perfect. And you can see how the edge is all nice and there are no little strings of any kind going to get in the way of this project. With my rope, I liked it. There's a little hard piece right on the end and I don't want my sewing machine to go through that. So I'm going to take and put a little tape on there and I'm going to cut most of the tape off. You really can't see the tape. It also gives you a really good place to start the rope bowl. Here, I just want to show that I'm going to be putting it on the zigzag stitch, and I definitely want it on the longest length. That's what works good for me, and the width is going to be as wide as I can go. I like that because I can, I don't have to worry about it hitting both ropes. It goes real easy that way. Now I'm going to start my circle. I like to make it as big as I can by hand, just like that, before I put it underneath the foot. You could start out smaller if you're new to this. Once you've done a few of them, you kind of get the feel for how to hold it all together and get started. I sound like a broken record if you've watched a lot of my rope bowls, but it is really important just to go back and forth at the very beginning because sometimes there's just little holes that you think you got and you didn't. I like to pick it up on occasion too, just check and see if everything is nice and secure. And then once you get it where it is nice and secure, just keep going until you get it the size you want. I really do love the Singer Heavy Duty that I'm using. This machine works so good for ropes, and I'm sure there's other machines that work really well too. The past machines that I had did not work well for this. The Juki I have only does a straight stitch, so I rely on my Singer for my rope bowls. Then I just want to measure it. I got this one about 4.5 inches, and I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and get it ready for the next step. I also just want to mention that once I get this done, and I almost forgot to say this, that you just want to pick it up and maybe turn it on the other side. Just take a look at it, pull it apart, see if there's any holes, and fix it at that point. So what I do here is I take it back to the cutting mat, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how I want to lay this out. The last time I made one of these, I did it this way, just like this, where I make the X. You could have just stopped there if you want, but then I'm going to put one here too, and then I'm going to put one going the other way. And I love how this works when it starts going up the side of the bowl. You can see the white going up. But because the bowl is white and black, it kind of fades away, but if you used another color, you'd be able to see it maybe a little bit better, but you can still see it with this one. And I'm going to go ahead and pin this down. And just like that, I have it secured right exactly how I want it to be. And I kind of want to give you an idea of what my plan is once I get to the sewing machine. I'm going to be going over and under, which makes the neatest pattern because 1 minute the rope is above and then the next time around it'll be under. So you go back and forth and it just makes the neatest bowl. So let's head over to the sewing machine. And here I just want to quickly once again show it is 12 inches. All the strips are 12 inches. I may not use all that, but in this part I also want to show how I put the rope way away from me, and my main goal here is just to anchor all of those strips down so I can take the pins out. Once I get that done, I'm going to start working with the rope, and I'm going to go every other one up and down just like I talked about earlier. And then once you're ready to start your bowl, whatever size you decide to make, you just want to tilt it up just like this. And if you don't tilt it up very much, that means your bowl is going to go more out. If you tilt it up pretty high, it's going to be more of a straight-sided bowl. I'm going to speed this up because this takes a bit, but I hope you'll stay with me. You can see how easy this is coming together. These are so much fun to make. I think once you make one, you make five because it's very addicting. I am loving the way this one is turning out. I don't want a real big bowl. These are so handy to have throughout the house. They just hold so many different things. These would be great to give as gifts too for the person that has everything or somebody that just likes unique things. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just decided that's where I want to stop. So I'm just going to cut all those edges off. I am leaving it just enough where I can tuck it into the next round going around. So there won't be any edges anywhere. And then once you have that tucked away, you can go ahead, you could switch colors at this time and maybe add a special top. I have rope bowls where I do a scalloped top, which are that I love doing those. Those are so much fun. Lately I have been just making a little loop, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little piece of tape on, and I'm going to do it just like I did in the beginning. I'm just going to get this edge ready to work with by cutting most of that tape off. And then just by turning that in, just like that, I'm just going to sew it down. So it's a super easy finish if you don't want to mess around with much more. It's so much fun. This bowl's ready to be used. I am loving this bowl so much. I hope you give this bowl a try. I mean, the sky's the limit with rope bowls. You could put a button in the middle too to just kind of anchor all of those stitches or the strips down if you needed to. They are a little bit loose, and I thought about doing that possibly, depending on what I keep in the bowl, but I think I will probably just have clips and sorts, sewing things. This one came out as 6 inches, which I think that's a nice one for my sewing room or for in the living room. You can make them also for um, holding your remote or whatever. These are 2 inches on the side, but sky's the limit. You can make them whatever size you want. I want to thank you so much for watching today. This was a lot of fun, and at the end of this video, I'm going to put up 2 of my other videos if you'd like to click on them.